Hello students, this is the novel for second preparatory stage for the first term. It's called David Copperfield. David Copperfield is written by Charles Dickens. So we're gonna start chapter 1. It's called I Am Born. David was born fatherless at Blunderstone in Southwark. Miss Trotwood, Miss Betsy, was David's great aunt. She was the only rich person in their family. But Clara, she was David's mother, was afraid of her and didn't talk to her at all. Miss Trotwood didn't like when David's father married Clara because she thought she was too young for him, as he was double Clara's age. Clara was depressed and worried about herself and about giving birth to a fatherless child and about how she would take care of him. One day, Miss Trotwood behaved strangely when she came to visit Clara. She didn't ring the door, but instead she looked through the window first. When Miss Trotwood first saw Clara, she thought of her as a child. Miss Trotwood touched Clara's hair gently, but when Clara raised her head, Miss Trotwood put her hands on her knees suddenly. She was a kind person, but she didn't want to show her real character. Miss Trotwood wanted Clara to give birth to a girl, as she intended or wanted to be the newborn girl's friend and godmother. A godmother is like a friend of the mother, but she is responsible to keep the secrets of the new baby or the new girl, to be their friend, to advise them if they couldn't or they don't want to tell their mother or father something. This is what a godmother does. Miss Trotwood even wanted to name her Betsy Trotwood Copperfield. So we now understand that Miss Trotwood wanted Clara to give birth to a girl because she wanted to be the girl's friend and her godmother, to help her, to care for her, and she wanted even to give her name Betsy Trotwood Copperfield. Miss Trotwood asked Peggotty to call for a doctor as Clara was about to give birth. During Clara giving birth, the doctor was nervous while meeting with Miss Trotwood, and when Clara gave birth, Miss Trotwood didn't even care to ask about Clara. All she cared, and she only cared to ask about the baby girl, as she hoped the baby to be a girl. When the doctor delivered the news to Miss Trotwood that Clara gave birth to a boy, not a girl, Miss Trotwood didn't say a word, and she took her hat and hid the doctor. Then she left the house and never came back. Now, chapter 2. My life begins to change. The earliest memory David had was about his mother Clara. She had pretty hair and a young face. While Peggotty, she was their servant, she had dark eyes and red cheeks and arms. Clara came back one day with a man with black hair, and she was very happy. But David didn't like the man or his deep voice, and he even was jealous of him when the man touched David's mother, Clara. David woke up at night to find that Clara and Peggotty were arguing about the gentleman Clara came back with. Peggotty was warning Clara of the man, saying that David won't like the man, and telling Clara that she can be in a relationship with such a man just for money. Clara considered Peggotty's words to be offensive. Offensive means like to tell someone bad words, as if Peggotty was telling her that she was a bad mother who loved herself more than she loved her child. Clara began to cry as she was confused to what to do. She believed she has the right to be loved, and still she can give love to her child. David became used to seeing the dark-haired gentleman, who then David knew him to be called Mr. Murdstone. Although David still didn't like the man, but he couldn't say why. All he thought of was being jealous of a man who was taking his mother's attention. One day Peggotty came and invited David to spend with her a couple of weeks at her brother's house in Yarmouth. Peggotty told David about the sea, boats, ships, fishermen, beach, and ham to play with. All that because Peggotty was sure that Clara would soon get married to Mr. Murdstone. Peggotty wanted to ease the news for David, or to make it easier for him. While preparing the cart for leaving, the cart is a wooden car pulled by horses, David had a mixture of feelings, as he was eager, he wanted to travel to Yarmouth and try new things, but at the same time he was sad that he was leaving his mother and his home. As he was leaving, he saw Mr. Murdstone beside his mother, trying to stop Clara from showing affection to David. David didn't understand why such a strange man had any right to do so.